Welcome, travelers! Today, I want to take a look at Ashes of Creation's progress to better give returning players and new players an idea of what they can expect on December 11th with Steam Early Access, and in the coming year. Way back in August of 2024, Intrepid outlined their plan and gave us roadmaps for the Alpha 2 of Ashes of Creation. I know many have asked what going to Early Access Steam means for the Alpha. Is it an Alpha anymore? Well, Intrepid clearly states on their Steam Early Access page that the game is in Alpha development, so nothing has changed there. Before we look at the roadmaps, it's important to note that Intrepid has stated their intention was that all features would come online during the phases and not at the start. Intrepid stated that these roadmaps were subject to change. We have seen some features come in early and some get delayed. Intrepid has not provided a wide scope roadmap since then, so these are the most up to date. I believe these roadmaps are still the most efficient way to give players an idea of where the game is headed. Intrepid does cover features in finer detail during their monthly live streams and provides updates there. Here is the Phase 1 roadmap. You can see there is a very long list of features, items, abilities, races, archetypes, and much more. I will not read through all of these, but instead you can pause the video if you have an interest in the specifics. While I have not counted each item, I can safely say that the Alpha 2 Phase 1 roadmap has been fulfilled in spirit, and all of those features have made it into the game. Alright, let's look at the Phase 2 roadmap. Most of the Phase 2 roadmap has been fulfilled. The missing features would be node death, economic election type, siege vehicles, gems and sockets, repair kits, animal husbandry breeding, party gathering, leaderboards, instance housing, and story arcs for the Riverlands. Next is the Phase 3 roadmap. Ashes of Creation is still in Phase 3, and Steven stated that Phase 3 would last a minimum of 1 year, and we're only about 3 months into Phase 3. Features that have been added included 2 new zones, the Turquoise Sea and Anvils. Nodes, that are now called settlements, see mayoral commission adjustments and additions often, so I would say that this was fulfilled. Level 5 nodes, different election types, and node happiness have not been added yet. The 3 races, Pyre, Renkai, and Nakua are available. We are still waiting on the Tolnar. For archetype features, I am once again not going through and counting, however, I would say the archetypes feel like they have a good number of abilities, passives, and skills. The Summoner is releasing with Steam Early Access. Secondary archetypes are not in the game or PTR yet, and Intrepid has recently stated that they would come online after all the base classes were completed. For secondary archetypes, Intrepid plans to start with the Tank and Cleric. The one-handed axe and one-handed source pierce weapons are now in the game. The orb has not been added yet. The guild has been made more functional with a guild bank edition. I doubt guilds are fully functional though. Guild freeholds are not in the game yet, and personal freeholds still need a lot of work. In fact, personal freeholds have been removed from the Alpha 2, while Intrepid works on them further. Castle sieges are not in the game yet, but we do have node sieges, which are now called settlement sieges. Naval and aquatic mounts are in the game. Underwater combat is partially in the game, but I believe Intrepid still has other plans for this. The transmog and dying gear system is not in the game yet, but we do have the ability to apply purchased cosmetics that are complete onto our characters. Instanced content, pets, aerial combat, titles, religion, and auction house are not in the game yet. There are player market stalls in the game, so you can still trade in each node. Castles are not in the game yet. Turquoise Sea is in the game, but does not have story arcs or grand dungeons. It's very important to note that all the features I mentioned that are in the game are in an alpha state, not a released state, so work is ongoing. The best example of this is the personal freeholds, which got removed because they didn't provide the experience Intrepid wanted and they didn't feel like it was worth leaving in the Alpha 2. However, Intrepid is still working on this feature, and it sounds like we're probably going to get them in the next several months again. The main feature that Early Access Steam is releasing with is the Harbinger system, which is a dynamic world event that affects nodes and players. It is dynamic and it is a PVX system. This system is not listed on any roadmap, and this one feature is pretty massive. We also have an entire zone, the Jundar, that was not mentioned on the roadmap. Dueling, sport fishing, revamped starting experience, the Destiny system, mules, crates, ship components, ship weapons, new ship types, and a lot of economy work has been done that was not planned on when those roadmaps were made. So Intrepid may be behind in a few areas, but they have been doing work in other areas. The PTR's current focus is stat balancing, starting experience, economy balancing, boss tuning, and Harbinger events. On December 2nd, our pre-launch patch has hit the PTR. A massive rework of combat stats, including changes to pretty much all combat scaling in the game. About 500 recipes were adjusted for crafting and price changes for the reagents. A ton of new weapon models were added in. Guild Wars now has a 1-hour prep time, and Guild War charge changes have been adjusted. Leaving a guild now has a 5-day cooldown. Ashes of Creation's early access release on Steam is shaping up to be an exciting time. I hope this helps new players and returning players get a better idea of what they can expect on December 11th. Let me know in the comments if you feel I missed anything. Ashes of Creation is a large game and it is certainly possible. Please remember to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.